Country Thunder called off. The festival says there were too many issues for it to go ahead. Cheering for Canada.
It's a historic moment for the game. We've got the World Cup taking place in our own backyard.
Support for soccer grows as our team reaches the knockout stage. And souring on separatism.
Alberta is the most trade-exposed jurisdiction in Canada.
Many businesses say they might relocate outside Alberta.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Ian White.
Good afternoon. Just days before the first acts were set to take the stage at Country Thunder, organizers have pulled the plug, canceling the event. Country Thunder points out construction on the new arena has reduced traffic lanes and is limiting access to the concert site. And it's not just fans they're worried about. Organizers say some of the buses for their acts would have trouble getting into the confluence. Organizers also say a reduction to the music decibel level was a key factor in the decision to cancel. Country Thunder is accusing the city of creating safety and operational barriers and insists ticket sales did not play a factor.
It's pretty much impossible to operate an event of this magnitude with these restrictions in place. 75 decibels, it's the volume of a vacuum cleaner or a loud conversation, and we bring really big artists onto a really big stage, and we just can't operate with those noise levels.
Tyson Fedor joins us live from the concert site at the confluence. And Tyson, Country Thunder was supposed to start on Friday, and crews are already packing up.
Well, Ian, you can see over my shoulder here, the main stage is slowly coming down, much sooner than expected here. And it's a decision today that's shocked many country music fans, including those at City Hall, including Mayor Jeremy Farkas. He says that he learned of this cancellation today through media. He said that city staff have had ongoing contact with Country Thunder organizers since January and even met with representatives this week. But Farkas says organizers had confirmed they were satisfied with mitigation plans. As for the noise exemption permit for this festival, the city says the base level noise was lowered from 85 to 80 decibels, and because of the nature of country music, organizers did not report any concern.
If this was a major problem for months and months and months, why did they say 2 days ago it wasn't an issue? They're trying to bandwagon and dogpile onto the misinformation and BS that existed on the Cowboys tent conversation, and it didn't even apply to them.
Now, Country Thunder does say that it's not expecting that this will have an impact on next year's festival, hoping some of these changes will be made in time for next year. The city does say it does recognize the important role of this festival and is open to continuing talks in the future. Ian?
Tyson, thank you. Police say speed is being investigated as a factor in a crash in Southview this morning. It happened around 3:30 this morning on 26th Street in the southeast. An SUV hit several parked cars, severely damaging some of them. Officers say the female driver was taken to hospital with life-threatening injuries. Police continue to investigate. Calgary police are launching a new long-term public safety operation in the East Village and along Stephen Avenue. Kevin Green joins us from the East Village. And Kevin, how will this operation look on the ground?
The new initiative is called Operation Restore. Police say it will mean a more high visibility, consistent presence of police in the East Village and along Stephen Avenue, where there have been ongoing concerns about crime and social disorder. It follows other safer Calgary operations targeting downtown, including Operation Order, which brings police together with bylaw officers, transit, public safety, sheriffs, paramedics, and social support agencies. The operation will assign officers to specific geographic areas and keep them there over a period of several months. Police say the goal is not only enforcement, but also building familiarity with residents, businesses, outreach workers, and people who spend time in those areas. But Police Chief Katie McClellan says they will not hesitate to arrest people causing damage or threatening or harming others.
We will not allow social disorder and criminal behavior to define our city. To those that victimize others, we will not rest. We will charge you. We will hold you accountable. You are not welcome in this city.
And while police were out in force on the streets today, Operation Restore officially begins tomorrow. It's scheduled to run for several months. There is no set end date. Ian?
Canada's World Cup squad made history today, but they fell just short of winning their group.
Defeat in the final.
Despite a late push, Canada lost 2-1 to Switzerland this afternoon in Vancouver. However, they still finished second in the standings, booking a spot in the knockout round for the first time ever. They'll play the second-place team in Group A on Sunday in Los Angeles. Jordan Canigan is in Eau Claire at a World Cup watch party, and Jordan, Canadian fans there are still buzzing despite the loss.
Ian, they sure are. While Canada may not have won this afternoon, it certainly did not dampen the spirits or the optimism Canadian fans have for their squad moving forward. This is the first time, of course, Canada has made it out of the group stages in the Men's World Cup, and thousands of people gathered here at the watch party in Eau Claire to watch it all go down. The sea of red bucket hats, jerseys, and flags cheering on Canada against the Swiss. World Cup frenzy has really taken over Calgary and the country. Jerseys are flying off of the shelves. You can't even find certain jerseys now, and there's a back order on those home reds that you see so much of. Calgary Minor Soccer also saying enrollment numbers are already growing by about 10.
It's a historic moment for the game. We've got the World Cup taking place in our own backyard. We have historic wins happening for our men's national team. So we're only anticipating that the interest in the sport continues to grow. We're continuously seeing year-over-year growth in the sport. And so we're really looking forward to what that World Cup effect looks like at the grassroots level.
Now, as you said, Ian, they will head south to play in Los Angeles on Sunday. Canada still waiting to see who their opponent will be.
Looking forward to that game. Thank you, Jordan. Conservation work is underway on some significant Calgary murals. These large-scale murals, painted by Robert Oldrich in 1974, have been a beloved part of the downtown landscape. You'll find them in the Plus 15 walkway on 9th Avenue Southeast. The conservation project is a partnership between the City of Calgary and the Glenbow Museum. Professionals are now working to clean, stabilize, and restore the art.
Any old art, including paintings, they represent the history of the city. So it's very important that we restore it and bring it to people, because that's what it tells about the history of the city, and we cannot let the history go to waste.
Calgarians can see the restoration in action throughout the summer. A 7-year-old Calgary girl has made an astonishing discovery in a local playground, a fossil that's millions of years old. Alyssa was playing on the boulders stacked around the playground when she noticed a dark shape on one of them. A lover of archaeology, she knew right away what it was: a sea star. The soft-bodied creatures rarely become fossils, so this is a very special find. Alyssa and her family contacted the Royal Tyrrell Museum. Experts carefully removed the fossil and took it back to the museum for study and eventually for display. Obviously, a very bright 7-year-old who knows much more about dinosaurs than many of us. That's for sure.
Pretty neat.
Lots of blue sky today. Beautiful day.
Today is a perfect day. And I would say don't expect a perfect day in the longer range forecast, but there will be some moments that are quite nice. But we do have a lot of rain to get through for the rest of this week, especially closer to the weekend. All right, look at this. 23 degrees is the temperature out there right now. Our daytime high, that's a couple degrees above normal for this time of year. Yeah, we've had it a little on the windy side, gusting just over 40 kilometers per hour at times. And that's possible for these next couple of hours. And then the gusts will be back around that 40 kilometer per hour mark again tomorrow afternoon. The difference is tomorrow in general, not as stable. So we'll see a little more cloud cover build in throughout the morning. The afternoon, a high of 24 degrees. And then we get into the risk of showers and thunderstorms by about 2 o'clock. That's your 24-hour forecast, brought to you by 5th Avenue Volkswagen. Family-owned, community-driven. Discover more at 5th Avenue Volkswagen.
Thanks, Danielle. Calgary businesses are already thinking long and hard about the impact of separation. Next, the poll that says the issue is already hurting them, and a vote to separate could mean they leave Alberta. And they gathered more than 200,000 signatures on a petition. Anti-coal organizer Corb Lund responds to the Premier turning down his appeal. Also, if you have a news tip, text us at 10400. The business community is souring on separatism. A new poll shows many would consider leaving the province if Alberta starts separation proceedings. The poll done for the Chamber of Commerce shows 80% of members say talk of separation is having a negative effect on the economy. Almost 1/5 of respondents say they would cut expansion plans. An economic analyst also warns of a 6% GDP per capita drop, with 175,000 jobs potentially lost. Those at the Calgary Chamber were surprised by the findings, but when digging deep into the data, say the concerns make sense.
Alberta is the most trade-exposed jurisdiction in Canada, and so between interprovincial and international trade, we have 1 in 3 jobs are exposed to trade with another province or another country. And so secession could potentially compromise our relationships.
The poll is receiving pushback from separation leaders, saying Alberta independence would allow for direct negotiations with international partners like the U.S. The organizer of a petition to ban coal mining in the Rockies says he's shocked by the Premier's decision not to hold a referendum on the issue.
She said multiple times in the press that if we got our number, we would be on the referendum this fall. And then within a day or a day and a half of us announcing that we had submitted 200,000 plus signatures, she did a complete 180 and said that it wouldn't be.
Country singer Corb Lund says he met last month with Danielle Smith about his Coal Not Water petition. Smith said there wasn't enough time for the petition to go through the proper process before the referendum date of October 19th. Lund says he'll keep advocating for the coal question to be added to the referendum. Well, a lot of people might say that 23 degrees is really an ideal summer temperature.
It is, yeah. It's not. It's that Goldilocks temperature, right? I mean, a normal daytime high is 21 for this time of year. So we're pretty much around normal. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's a lovely summer day where it's not smoky. It's not that windy. It's mainly sunny. And the temperatures are ideal. So we did okay today. 23 is the temperature right now in Calgary. Also, again, our daytime high is 24 in Drumheller, Brooks, Lethbridge, Medicine Hat, and Pincher Creek. Milk River also sitting at 23, just like us. Calgary, once again, for about the fourth day in a row, was the windiest place, but not excessively windy, but still certainly a good breeze. Now, when you have the kind of heat that we have today, it's welcomed in some circumstances because it helps it feel just a little bit more reasonable out there. But we did get 31 km/h gusts in Pincher Creek, 28 in Drumheller. Overall, it's a relatively calm day with gusts not even registering in Brooks, Lethbridge, and Medicine Hat. The winds are going to kick back up to 40 km/h. That's the potential in most communities in southern Alberta, Calgary included, for tomorrow. We did talk about Wednesday, this development right along the mountains. It's so stable that this is not going to really be able to track far off to the east. It should just fizzle out because of high pressure in place. So I'm going to play this through, and you can see as we head through and as it tracks off to the east, it fizzles out to just some cloud cover. It should not make it all the way to Highway 2 and QE2. We'll see some cloud cover late this evening because of that, but outside of that, we're not looking at being affected by what's going on to the west. But if you look off to the west right now from Calgary, you certainly can see the popcorn clouds in the sky for what's happening over there. All right, so we have the mainly cloudy skies with some sunny periods. So we'll have the clouds build in tomorrow morning. Then by about 2 in the afternoon, especially by 3, we get into the chance of some isolated showers and even some thunderstorm activity is possible. So it will be an active afternoon. And then it will be, we have one wave moving through in that early afternoon between basically anywhere between 2 and 4:30. And then we have another wave that might kick in closer to the late supper hours and 8 p.m. And then for Friday, okay, if we have a system on the way for Friday and the weekend, it's going to deliver a lot of rainfall. But what it looks like at this point anyway, and it's a little far out to tell, but it looks like we're going to get most of the rain in the overnight hours. So cloud cover for Friday with some isolated showers possible. And then Saturday, same idea. Saturday and Sunday, isolated showers possible throughout the day, but it looks like most of the rainfall will be at night. This system will drop the temperatures, though, into the teens for the weekend. So tomorrow, we'll see some sunny periods, a good amount of cloud cover, thunderstorms possible by 2 p.m. Friday, some showers and a high of 21. And by the weekend, just highs of 17 and heavy rain, especially Friday or Saturday and Sunday night.
Thank you, Danielle. In celebration of National Indigenous History Month, the Workland Centre is staging a production called Echoes of the Land. The show is designed to be an immersive experience using sound, with the audience even lying down and wearing blindfolds. The production invites people to reflect on our relationship with the land. Traditional drums are accompanied by guitar, keyboard, and a spoken word poet.
It's almost like an out-of-body experience because they don't expect to hear what they're going to hear, so it's kind of like a jolt in the back, and then it's kind of a straightening and then relaxing into the sound. So you get startled at first because this guy is pretty loud, and this is steer hide on this guy.
Echoes of the Land has 4 performances in the Big Secret Theatre at the Workland Centre from June 25th to the 28th. You're encouraged to bring a yoga mat and arrive at least 30 minutes early to secure a floor spot. Cybersecurity is essential for most businesses these days. Still ahead, the free training that's meant to keep local businesses safe. The markets struggle today under the weight of some tech stocks. Joining me is Robert Geary, investment advisor with the Popowich-Carmeli Advisory Group. And Rob, computer chip stocks struggled today.
Yeah, Ian, and specifically I was looking at the memory chip stocks because that was what the market was intensely awaiting some big earnings today from Micron to see if the demand is still going to hold up and what the future holds for some of these companies. And you know, that stock is interesting because after the bell, they did report and they quadrupled their revenue. So there is still demand. I think the market will have to digest this overnight. The stock did jump 10% after the bell here. So, you know, we'll have to see how the market plays this out. But, you know, the other pieces that I've been watching as well is gold and oil as well. They keep on their decline as well. So, I mean, we have the U.S. dollar strength. That puts pressure on gold. We're seeing assets move out of gold into other assets and rates increasing. They're moving back into treasuries and the bond side. So it's a little bit of a cat and mouse game right now in the market, but it looks like the tech side might pick up here overnight.
And Air Canada is cutting commissions for travel agents.
Yeah, I found this is a very interesting story today because, one, I didn't realize that Air Canada was still using 27,000 independent travel agents and paying them commissions anywhere from 8 to 10%. Now, they're relooking at this with their cost-cutting initiatives because of the cost of fuel hurting their margins and saying, hey, we're going to drop those commissions back down to 3 to 5%. And I think a lot of these independent travel agents are kind of scrambling, saying, hey, wait a second, like that's our predominant income source here. So, you know, they may be looking for new providers. It may make a chance to make some, you know, new opportunities here. But I think it could be interesting to see how this plays out.
All right. Thanks very much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Today was the final WestJet flight between Calgary and Lethbridge. In February, the airline announced it was ending its Calgary service to Lethbridge and Medicine Hat. WestJet called it a cost-saving measure. Lethbridge and Medicine Hat airports are now updating their master plans, telling CTV News they're staying optimistic about finding a solution for their residents. This weekend's Country Thunder has been canceled. Here's Tara Nelson with a look ahead to CTV News at 6.
Hi, Ian. The Country Music Festival was supposed to start Friday at the Confluence. Organizers are blaming the city for having to cancel. Coming up at 6, a local artist shares the impact this last-minute decision is having on her. Also ahead, Calgary's mayor is known for taking transit to work. Coming up, we'll tag along with Jeremy Farkas for one of his morning commutes. Ian.
Thank you, Tara. SAIT is offering free cybersecurity training to small businesses and nonprofits. Funding from MasterCard means tuition will be fully covered for eligible participants. All organizations are susceptible to cyber threats, and SAIT says many small businesses and nonprofits are left navigating complex risks without the tools to support their needs. The 10-week, 80-hour course will take place at SAIT's downtown campus.
What you can expect is the ability to sit down and understand what does it mean when there's a cyber attack. What does this mean in terms of the actual operational side of any company? And what are the ways in which, as a leader, one can start to address that?
Applications for the first course in September must be received by July 31st. Mount Royal University says it will be providing more regular updates about its cybersecurity breach. The university's web page will be updated daily by 11 a.m. on weekdays, even if there are no significant changes to report. MRU's online services and information systems have been down for a week. The cyber threat is still under investigation. It's still not clear if any information was compromised. We're moving into a rather rainy stretch of weather, particularly by the weekend. But look at that big blue sky right now. A beautiful night in Calgary, 23 degrees. Danielle has details coming up. Heavy rain last weekend caused boats and docks to be swept away on the North Saskatchewan River. Both Edmonton's Rowing Club and its Dragon Boat Racing Club lost their gear. A local fishing company out on the river shooting a TV show located the boats and docks and secured them. The Rowing Club's equipment made it about 200 kilometers downstream, north of Two Hills, while the Dragon boats were found a little closer to Edmonton.
Oh, wow.
So lots of rain in Edmonton last weekend, and we are expecting some rain here, too.
And yeah, and Edmonton's looking at another huge rainfall, especially central Alberta. Yeah, big rainfall. They have weather statements in place there. We're not going to get that amount, but we are looking at on and off showers, basically not as bright as what we had today. 23, sunny. Tomorrow, 24. Some parts of the day will be sunny, some parts cloudy, and then by 2 o'clock we get a chance of showers and thunderstorms.
Thanks, Danielle. A Calgary couple are celebrating a $15 million lottery jackpot. Kathleen Polyak and Stuart Rudolph had the winning ticket for the Lotto Max draw on May 26th, and they got a little help from CTV News. Kathleen says Stuart sent her a screenshot from a CTV article saying someone in Calgary had won $15 million. She was in the bath when she checked her numbers and learned they had won. They had a free play from a previous Lotto Max draw and got the winning ticket at the Save on Foods location at Trinity Hills. Congratulations. Thanks for joining us. Now here's the early edition of the CTV National News.